All right, so today we're going to go over the format of the U.S. History exam, the Regents exam for New York State. Okay, this is included in your study packet, and I would like you to fill it out. This is to help you. If you choose not to fill it out, I can't force you to, obviously, but it's to help you, which is why I included it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered. Okay, so this is from the New Visions for Public Schools website. And going through here, I thought you could benefit from seeing exactly what you're going to face with this exam. If you haven't taken it before, it helps to know your enemy. All right, so let's take a look. So this is a student reflection, okay? U.S. History Regents exam. It says the U.S. History Regents exam is right around the corner. Hopefully you have some time to study. It's time to plan your strategy for conquering the exam. Step 1, what is on the exam? Review the important information below about the U.S. History Regents exam. As you review, make sure to star items you may forget and take any notes that you will find helpful to remember before the exam. Okay? So here are the sections. Here are the 4 different sections that you're going to be facing, and we go through a bunch of these in videos afterwards. We'll actually break down the DBQs, or the documents rather, for the DBQ, go into writing the essay. I gave you some videos with tips on how to use those documents, tips for your thematic essay. Okay, so let's just take a look at this. Sections of the exam. Part 1 is multiple choice questions. There are 50 questions. Each question is worth 1 point, so obviously you can count. 1 times 50 is 50. Okay, questions are given in, it's rough chronological order. You know, history is not completely linear. You have different things going on at the same time. I apologize, my nose is running, so I'm sitting here sniffling and rubbing my nose. Okay, so questions are mostly in chronological order. They call it rough chronological order. Okay. Part 2 is the thematic essay. It's 1 essay question, and you can get a 0 through 5 on it. It's worth 5 points. We will go through in a later video the actual rubric for what you need to do to get a 5 on that essay. And hopefully you'll try for a 5 and end up somewhere near there. Okay. This essay prompt is around a specific theme in U.S. history. We deal with themes a lot in class, so they're going to base it on one theme, thematic essay. Okay, part 3A are the document-based questions. So, like I say in that video, some kids get to this and they actually give you a framework for the essay first with your task. And it's kind of confusing because you get to it and you go, oh, hey, I'm done. I'm just going to write this essay and I'm all done. And then you turn the page and there are documents. Okay. And they're worth about 12 points, I believe. The last few I've seen have been 12 points. Okay. So it gives you documents, a blurb of text, a map, a political cartoon, something like that, and it wants you to analyze it and write an answer, and then you can use those to help you write your essay. Again, we'll go through that later on. Each document has at least 1 analysis question worth 1 point each. Okay, and then part 3B, the DBQ essay. This section asks you to use the documents in part 3A to write an essay scored out of 5 points. So you can get a 0 through 5 on there. Usually, if you write nothing, you get nothing. Okay, if you write nothing, you're going to get a 0 automatically. Usually, if you write something, you're going to get 1 point. I would like you to show some kind of structure, and we will go through that later on. Trying to help you be successful here, so I hope that you use this to your advantage. Okay, so that is your the different sections of the exam. This is your framework. Part 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3. 1, 2, 3A and 3B. Okay, those two go together. Most frequently tested content. Okay, you should focus on the U.S. Constitution, the Civil War, The Gilded Age industrialization, that's industrialization within the United States. Remember, industrialization, which you learned in Global, started in England, but this is the Gilded Age industrialization. You're only talking about things that have to do with U.S. history, okay? Progressive era reforms and the Cold War. All right, so this is part 2 or step 2. This is your reflection. So I'd like you to answer the question in order to reflect on your understanding of the 3 parts of the U.S. History Regents exam. What are you most confident about when it comes to the U.S. History Regents exam, and why? Okay, you don't have to give me a huge explanation, but I'd like you to write something here. And again, this is to help you. So if you choose to do it, I hope you choose to do it. Okay, so you can pause the video and I'm going to move on. The next question is, what aspect of U.S. History Regents exam will be the most challenging for you and why? Okay, so you can pause the video. I'm going to go on. All right, so which visual most accurately captures your emotions right now about taking the U.S. History Regents exam, okay? Taking this Regents exam. Are you pulling your hair out, very anxious, very stressed? Are you kind of bummed? Are you, I don't know what that guy's doing. Is he doing a jig? Looks like he's river dancing. I have no idea. Apparently that's supposed to mean sort of happy, and then the guy in the end is very, very excited about taking the U.S. History exam, and I'm sure that everyone's going to check that one. Explain why you're feeling this way. Okay, and go ahead and pause the video, and you can answer that question. Okay, so step 3, they want you to make a plan. Directions say it's time to make a plan and talk strategy. Fill in the worksheet in order to identify how you will approach the U.S. History Regents exam on testing day. So, how much time are you going to allot yourself for each question? The total time for the exam is 3 hours. If you have an IEP, you at least have double time, okay? So if you have 3 hours, you can add an hour and a half onto that. You would have 4.5 hours. If you had double time, you could take 6 hours. I seriously doubt that anyone is going to take 6 hours, okay? It really shouldn't take you that long to begin with, but I'm sure that your patience would run out way before that. So you should try to at least go for your 3 hours that you're given, okay? Really give it some thought, really give it some effort, make sure you sleep the night before, okay? So in here it wants to know, how much time are you going to allot for each section of that 3 hours, okay? So again, multiple choice, thematic essay, document-based questions, and the DBQ essay. About how much time are you going to give yourself for each one of those? If you need time to fill that out, go ahead and pause the video. Next section is, what order will you do the exam? We talk later on, or I talk later on. We don't talk because you're enjoying your summer and I'm making this video. Okay, so later on we talk about this, and I explain, and you're going to hear it later on, that when I used to take these exams, I used to do my essays first. I mean, and not in high school, in college, when I was becoming a teacher, and we have to take lots and lots of exams, and especially with social studies, you have to do lots of essays. I would always do my essays first, just because I didn't want to run out of steam and write a shoddy essay, okay? So I would always do mine first. Whether you do yours first, second, third, or fourth, that is completely up to you, okay? It's a personal choice. I want you to be successful, and however you choose to do it, I hope that you are successful doing it that way, okay? So first, and then you're going to write down one of the 4 sections, okay? And that's up here, okay? Right above it. And why do you want to complete that section first? Second, why second? Third, why third? Fourth, why fourth, okay? Super easy. Go ahead and do that. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit and helps you at least structure, give you a structure for how you are going to tackle this exam. Okay? Have a good day.